Hi, I'm Amina and I'm recording this video because I'm starting a YouTube channel and I wanted to share a little bit about myself and what I'm hoping to do here. So, I guess I'll get started by saying that my life has not turned out as I expected. After graduating college, I ran hard pursuing a creative career. I started out doing freelance voiceover acting and then I went into fiction writing and running a blog, but I kept having this nagging feeling that I was just off target. And I kept praying and straining for clarity and direction, but it never came. So rather than continuing to burn myself out and keep going in a direction that just felt off course, I decided to put my creative ambitions on the back burner. Instead, I planned to just focus on my day job until my inspiration came back to life, along with clarity about what to do with it. So I hunkered in at my day job, and I also needed to satisfy my craving for growth and some sort of creative outlet. So I started learning Korean for fun. I layered in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I also started performing traditional West African and Afro-contemporary dance with a local dance company. And so much about that time was healing and nourishing, and actually an answer to prayers I'd been praying for years. But there was something missing. I honestly felt like something in me had died. There was this constant background static of feeling deep disappointment, in this sense of resignation and feeling kind of barren and lost, and that stretched on for years. And a couple years ago, it got to the point where I could not take it anymore. The best way I can describe it is through Maya Angelou's words in her poem Caged Bird. So I'm gonna read it for you now. Maybe close your eyes or look off into the middle distance and take it in and see if it resonates with you. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade wind soft through the sighing trees, and the fat worms waiting on the dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown but longed for still, and his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. For years, my heart has felt like that caged bird, like essential parts of me have been buried and stuffed down or constricted and constrained, whether through life circumstances or just the nature of the season God has me in, or my own assumptions or limiting mindsets or beliefs. But I felt and still feel that so many things that my heart yearns to experience and express were trapped, and that they were just like banging on the door to get out. But as I prayed for fresh vision and direction for my life, little inklings began to emerge, and hope that I felt had died was starting to slowly emerge. Over the last several months, I've been on a journey of deep introspection and wrestling with God. I've learned to let go of my fixation on outcomes, like what specific creative pursuit to focus on and master and make a living doing. And instead, I have been learning to focus on working the soil and seeds I've been given. Rather than trying to strong arm out of life what I think I want, I'm learning to trust that God knows me better than I know myself, and he knows what will actually bring me joy and fulfillment. And I think part of what's helping me really anchor into that foundational conviction is starting to believe in my body, Jesus, when he says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." And when he says, "I came that they may have and enjoy life, and have it in abundance, to the full, till it overflows." So right now, I believe God is calling me to cultivate a life that is fertile soil, where my heart can stretch and unfurl and breathe deeply. A life where my soul is continuously replenished. A life where my creativity can expand and grow. And where my eyes are open to opportunities around me, opportunities to create and connect and collaborate and pour some much needed love and beauty into this crazy world. So this channel will follow my journey of leaning into this process, becoming more of myself, and discovering what God has for me in this next season. And I'm just going to trust that it will make sense at some point. I have no idea what I'm doing. I am just using my iPhone right now. I don't have a camera or a microphone. The thought of figuring out this whole video editing thing is quite stressful, but I'm just going to start simple and clunky and grow as I go. I think some of the things I'll talk about are my reflections on life and faith, my creative projects, like maybe some songs I'm working on, fiction writing stuff I have going on. There's actually nothing going on right now, but if some things should emerge, I'll probably share about them. Maybe my Korean language learning journey, how I'm taking care of my mental and physical health, and maybe also I will dabble in sharing about sorting through mental and physical clutter so that I can actually get organized and feel like I'm running my life well. Perhaps I'll sprinkle some of that in here. But yeah, my hope is that something about my journey will stir your heart and inspire you to dig deep, to reconnect with your own caged bird, and to keep moving forward on your own journey of becoming. So if anything about this video resonated with you, giving it a like would make my day. And if you're planning to subscribe and continue following me, I would be super curious to know what resonated with you the most. Leave a comment and let me know what stuck out the most to you. But yeah, thank you for listening to my ramblings, and see you in the next video.